Hey guys, Michael Stillwell here from Stillwell Pianos in Mesa, Arizona, and I'm sitting in front of this piano because Doug, who normally plays the piano for us, is unavailable today. He's doing a family wedding, so he couldn't make it. I'm going to play this piano, and you're just going to have to deal with that. I know I'm not as good of a player as him, but this is a Mason & Hamlin, and Mason & Hamlin is by far my favorite brand of pianos. It's what I have in my house, and what makes this even more special is it's a 1912, making it a golden era Mason & Hamlin, and it's a double B, so it's a massive Mason & Hamlin. This is a 7-foot piano from the very front to the very back, and all these old Mason & Hamlin double Bs have these full perimeter plates, making this thing super rigid and stable in its tuning, and also like crazy heavy. These are really, really heavy, overbuilt pianos, but I absolutely love them, and they're totally unmatched. We probably only get maybe 4 to 6 of these a year, and when we get them, we try to just treat them with a very high priority. So when we got this one in, somebody had previously rebuilt it, and I wasn't wild about the rebuild job. They restrung the piano, they painted the plate, but the way they restrung the piano wasn't really up to our standards, so we kind of redid that. We corrected all of their issues, and their issues are more cosmetic than anything, but we did want to take time to do that, so we did that, basically tightened all their coils, and then re-pulled up the tension on the strings. The hammers themselves were probably replaced maybe, I don't know, I'll pull the action after I play the piano for you and show you, but probably about 30 years ago, and they were pretty hard, so somebody had gone in there and tried to make them a little harder to make the piano brighter. So I personally did the voicing on this piano, reshaped the hammers, and kind of needled them back a little bit and voiced them, what we call voicing them down, to make them in a little bit more warm sounding, which is how I believe a Mason & Hamlin should sound. In addition to that, the cabinet needed some work too, so we did do a spray and lay on pretty much the entire cabinet, and it's looking absolutely amazing, looking like a brand new piano. And the previous people, I will say, they did pull the plate and paint the plate too. So for a 1912 piano, this thing looks really, really young. So I'm going to play this thing for you. Again, this is a 7-foot piano, and it has an incredible bass, which is why I wanted to save those hammers and work on them. Again, we'll talk about those hammers later, but they are obel hammers, which are really, really nice handmade German hammer. So I was able to kind of get those to where I wanted them again. But I'm going to play this thing for you, and then after that I'll pull the action and I'll show you what we got going on inside. All right, so now that I got the action out, I can show you what's going on inside. As I mentioned, these are obel hammers, so these are German hammers, and this is what they replaced when they rebuilt the piano. From the looks of this, this was also kind of rebuilt at some point, I would say, like the action part, maybe in the 50s or 60s. It doesn't look completely original to me just because some of this felt looks a little bit newer than, what is that, 112 years old, 113 years old now. So definitely some work has been done to this piano. These hammers, I would guess, are a little bit newer than that. I'd say probably about 30 years old, but they were pretty hard, like I mentioned. So I went in, reshaped them, and needled them and voiced them and juiced them a little bit and kind of got them where I wanted them to be. This piano was a player piano at one point, so there is, when they do a player piano, they have to redo all the trap work in the back of the piano, so the part that does all the pedal system. And we've actually reversed that and put wood trap work back into the piano, just so that the pedal system would work really well. There is not a sostenuto pedal in this piano, or the pedal's there, but the sostenuto rail is not in this piano because it was a player piano, so that has been removed. But other than that, this thing is in really, really good shape. They've rebushed the key sticks. This key bushing was probably done a lot more recent. It looks almost brand new, so I would guess probably in the last 1 to 5 years on the balance rail and the front rail. And these key tops are in really good condition. Another reason I know that this isn't original is because these key tops are not ivory. They're not what would be on the piano when the piano was originally made. So guys, if you have any questions about this particular piano or any other piano on our website, always feel free to shoot me an email at michael@stillwellpianos.com. Thanks for watching, guys.